And hi guys.
Hello.
And welcome back to the Anderson Show. I have Faye with me again today. And I just want to thank you all guys for subscribing and for watching and leaving your comments. Thank you so much for your support. It means a lot. And today we're going to be talking about purpose. It's like what is our purpose? You know, do you have a purpose? Yes, I believe we all have a purpose. So let's get into it. So Faye.
Yeah, because the last video we talked about, should we pursue our love or the love of our life, or our purpose?
Yeah.
And a couple of people asked, or my daughter asked, Mum, what is purpose? So I thought, wow, you don't know what purpose is? So we're doing this video to explain what purpose is.
Yeah. And also my daughter as well, she's like, Mum, I don't know if I have a purpose. Like, I don't know what it is right now. And she felt kind of not stressed, you know, as mums, we will say to our kids, you know, at a certain age, what are you doing in life? You know, what is your dreams, your hopes? And I think with my daughter, it kind of she probably felt a bit of pressure that I was saying, you know, what do you need to do in life? Do this, do that, do that. And it wasn't like that at all. I was just gently asking her, you know, what do you think you want to do? You know, what do you think your purpose is? And she's like, I don't even know.
So let's start off with what is purpose. I mean, I looked up a definition for purpose and I got quite a few, but the one I liked the most was, I Googled it and I found a reason why something or someone is created.
Yeah.
The reason why you exist. So what are you living for? What are you existing for? That is your purpose. That's the meaning of purpose. And to find out your purpose, there's two ways you can do this. You can either be honest with yourself and ask yourself what makes you happy. I Googled purpose and Oxford Dictionary says the reason for which something is done or created, or for which something exists. So we all know we were created.
Yeah.
So we have to find out what we were created for. And I don't believe we have one purpose. I think God put a lot of treasure in us.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you can roll with one at a time. You don't have to I said roll.
Yeah.
You can go with one at a time. You don't have to do all at once. Yeah. And we have different seasons in our life where we do different things. I've done so many things in my life. I've been a croupier, I've been a baker, I've been a mother, now I'm a carer. So find out what makes you happy, yeah? That's how you find out what your purpose is. Ask yourself, what would you do? What would you get out of bed for if you weren't getting paid?
Yeah, that's always a good one, isn't it?
Yeah, I like that one.
If you had to work for free,
what would you do?
What would you do? What would you kind of get out of bed and have a little jump skip for without that feeling, like, you know, you think, oh God, another day again of work and I have to see these people and whatever. What would actually make you smile, isn't it?
Yeah, and it doesn't have to be what your mum wants or your dad wants or your grandma wants. It's what you want. You have to dig deep. You might want to open a pet grooming store. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you might want to groom horses all the days of your life. Whatever makes you happy, because I believe when you're happy, when you're happy, everything else falls into place.
Absolutely,
everything flows towards you.
Yeah,
the love of your life will gravitate towards you. You won't have to look for him or her.
I saw this today. I found this. This has got questions on the net. So I'm going to read something actually about the purpose. And it says, in the book of Genesis, we find a clue to the meaning of life in that God created mankind in his image. Genesis 1:26. And it says, we were specially made by God, and that gives us intrinsic value. Nothing can give us greater value. We were made to reflect his image, and we have a purpose to glorify God. Nothing can give us greater satisfaction. So to glorify God. And, you know, and what does that mean? Because we were made in God's image, and we were made, you know, in the likeness of God, and then to have dominion over the world. And what does that mean? To work. Remember, God worked. He created the world. He rested. He separated night and day. And all of these things, he did for us. Remember, he did it for us. And then therefore, so when we have this life now, and people say, oh, I don't believe in a purpose, I don't have a goal, I don't have a dream. What does that actually mean for these people? And I think, like you said, that they're missing something. That's like they're lost in life. They're missing something.
Until you find your purpose,
yeah. So, and then I was reading, so again, with what Faye said, this is something to be reached. Like a purpose is something to be reached. What that something is, it, like Faye said, it'd be something deep down inside you. What that something is it to run a marathon? Is it to have children? Is it to aspire to get married? Is it to be the top director of a job? What is it that you feel that something is? Is it just to stay at home, you know, and might even not have children? But some people don't even want to work, but they will find time in volunteering, in care homes, in nurseries, you know, in youth centres. You know, maybe they're able to not work, so but then their purpose is to kind of help in a community sense, you know. And
so then, sorry, Shirley, so then are you saying once you find your purpose, whatever you do that you're loving, you're then glorifying God?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Because and I think you get that sense of knowing as well. Like you said, like I've had quite a few jobs growing up, and sometimes I'll be at a job and I thought, it's like this ain't me. And some people won't leave because they feel
stuck.
They're stuck. They've got to pay their bills, whatever. I'm quite
confidence.
Yeah, but I'm like, you know what, God, if this is not for me, open up another day. Open up another door. And I'm quite confident in that as well. Like God will. He said, you know, does the birds worry about what they're going to eat? Mm-mm. They don't worry. So how much more are we in God? We are valued in God. We're his children. So my thing is like, okay, so some people say, well, I don't even believe in God. I've got family, car, house, kids, and I'm happy. I don't believe in God. So where do we go from here? But then I always find sometimes those people always get stuck. There's always something missing within them. You always find themselves just putting on that smile for everybody. It's like that plastic smile.
It's a momentary.
Yeah.
What's the word? When you're just happy for a moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That kind of, and then when you really ask them, there's always something missing, isn't there? For me, that's
like
God.
They're not really happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they said happiness is based on what happens.
Yeah.
So, you know, as Christians, you know, they say find joy in God's strength. Find that joy, which is, it lasts forever. It enjoys forever. It's not just, wow, you know, we've gone out, what a brilliant night, I'm so happy. Then the next day you feel deflated.
Yeah.
That moment's gone now.
Yeah.
It's like, what happened? But yeah, so it goes on to say, for example, so something to be reached, a goal, the reason for which something is done. So it could be, i.e., for example, turning off the lights. So we turn off the lights, why? To save money. Mm-hmm. So the purpose in turning off the light is to save money on your energy bill. Mm-hmm. So you think, oh, so everything kind of does have that kind of a purpose, even if you take it away from yourself. What is the purpose of life? Because you listen to some people, and I've heard people growing up that you only live once, YOLO? I just get up, sleep, eat, pay my bills, and you die, and that is it. They don't believe in nothing else. They don't believe in serving anyone else, loving thy neighbour. That's it. That's all they believe in. And you think, wow, for me, it's like, I don't know, I feel like slightly sadness, because there's more to life than that. And it says, like a desired plan in life. So like, for example, like a godly purpose. And what is that? I was reading this as like, even to get healthy, you know, to have a better relationship, not just with a partner, but with friends, with family, your mother, your father. You know, to have a job, you know, you could be working to all these little purposes in life as well, you know. It says, does purpose give you drive? What do you think? Does it give you, to have a purpose, does it give you drive?
Definitely. I mean, my job, I'm a support worker, but I call it caring. Basically, I will go into someone's home and they've broken their hip. I make sure they've eaten, had a medication, they're clean, I give them personal care. And it's a wonderful feeling. I can help someone. I'm helping someone. I'm doing something, and I tell myself, this is God's work. This is God. A lot of people will look down. Oh, Karen, I couldn't do that. I mean, a year ago I said I couldn't do that.
Yeah.
Now I absolutely love it, and that sometimes I'm not feeling the best, but me knowing there's someone waiting for me, to clean them. Oh my gosh, that's like coffee for me in the morning. Someone's waiting on me to make a difference in their life. They can't do that for themselves, but I can do it for them. And
Absolutely.
I do it, I enjoy it. And they know I enjoy it, and that makes their day. And you know what? I'm 50 something now, and the pennies just drop. The best business to be in is when you're helping souls.
Yeah.
That's the best business to be in.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that the people that get the best rewards, God said they should shine like the firmament. They should shine like stars, And the people that hurt souls, they will get the worst punishment. But it's like, for the first time in 50 odd years, the pennies dropped. When you help souls, that's all the purpose you need.
Yeah.
When you're helping someone.
Yeah. It's hard because sometimes, like, you feel that, and there's someone else will feel the complete opposite.
Yeah.
There's so many people that are quite selfish. You know, even someone I know.
A year ago, I might have felt completely opposite.
Right, you see?
Yeah.
But then I think the journey of life is beautiful, isn't it? It's like stepping stones, you know, and going up a ladder and hopefully getting better on that. So I kind of know someone personally, and it's like they feel the best person you can help is yourself. They get fulfillment in helping themselves and their family.
I used to feel that way.
And for them to waste, not so much waste, but spend their energy on time on someone else, they are then taken away from themselves and what they can do to better themselves. And for me, forgive me, because you might be going, yeah, actually, I'm like that. But for me, I'm like, that's so selfish. I'm like, wow. Like, I don't know, like you said, I get enjoyment of helping. I get enjoyment of helping when I even don't have anything to give, or I don't have any time left, or I think, right, the day's going to be tight, but someone really needs my help. And I'm like, okay, let me work this out. And even if I can spare a few minutes here and there, remember that it's not about running yourself empty, though. You can't give from an empty cup. So it's about obviously fulfilling yourself, and I do understand that. But also it's about trying to help someone and meet them at their need, if that makes sense. And for me, that's kind of my purpose. It's like I work a lot with children, young people, and I get fulfillment knowing that, and I work with a lot of vulnerable young people and those that in education. So for me, it's my kind of purpose is to kind of help them meet their need at, like, thinking, who am I, you know, education, you know, and a lot of them young people, unfortunately, they've got so much traumas in life.
Horrible.
And that's when I see my purpose come in. Like, so how can I help them? Yeah, we have to help them with their education, but what is my purpose? Why, for me, why has God brought me here in their life? And a lot of times I find myself, not helping them with 1, 2, 3, ABC, is speaking into their life. Because a lot of times, especially if you've got, like, you know, kind of a cool personality when you're with these young kids, you know, you're trying to be cool, right? And then you're trying to say to them, you know, what is it you want in life? And they're like, I don't know. Then they open up about their home life. My mum's stressing me. I don't know where my dad is. My siblings are annoying. You know, I've got friends smoking, drinking. And you're like, wow, it feels like a whirlwind of mess. Then I come in thinking, right, let's break all those emotions and all those stereotypes down, and let's aim for one first. Let's talk about the one, and let me try and build them up with that. And that's when I started sort of doing slightly mentoring as well with these young people. And I feel that's kind of my purpose, you know, and not just with young people, even with, like, people that I speak to in general, even adults. But I just love it. And I just think, what do you love?
Yeah, I feel like giving them some homework.
Yeah, go on.
If you don't know what your purpose is, can you please find out for us what your purpose is? You don't have to share it with us. If you want to, that'd be nice.
Yeah, that would be nice. Yeah,
put in the comments what your purpose is. How are you going to do it? Just make a list of all the things that make you happy. Yeah. Make a list of all the things you would get out of bed to do if you weren't getting paid. Yeah. Simple. And if nothing comes to you, then you need to be quiet. Yeah. You need to be still. You need to be still. Wait on God, and He will let you know. Yeah. He'll remind you, remember, you like playing with people's hair. Remember, you like feeding people. Yeah. Simple things. It doesn't have to be anything. You don't have to be anything like rocket science.
Yeah.
It's the simple things in life.
It's very true. It's very true. Like, Faye's amazing at baking cakes, like absolutely. And I remember when Faye started, you know, a few years ago. Faye's in her 30s, by the way. Forget that, she's about 50. She's like, she looks amazing, right?
I wish.
And I remember Faye, like, we was at church, and I'll never forget, you came and you brought your cupcakes. And I remember you saying, like, I'm just starting out. And if you see Faye's cakes now, oh mama, that is definitely a talent and like a purpose, you know, she's had in life. And when I mean she makes people happy, you know, and she said, I remember one time she said, that gives her joy just to hear that. She made she's amazing. She done a beautiful, a stunning cake for my daughter's birthday, and we took pictures and we sent it to her because my daughter didn't realise she was getting a cake and she really wanted a cake. So Auntie Faye surprised her with a cake, and I tell you now, my daughter's face, it was just, she was just like gobsmacked. It's like, oh my gosh. And you think, oh, it's a cake. Okay, we eat cake all the time. No, you don't realise what you can do out there can make a difference in someone's life.
Absolutely.
That cake put such a smile on her face. Absolutely. The first thing I had to do, isn't it, take pictures, and I sent it straight to Faye. And I just said, thank you so much. And
another important thing you just reminded me of, don't think, oh, I like doing cakes, but everyone's doing it. It doesn't matter. Yes. Put your own spin on it. I've lasted 20 years in this business. I'm trying to retire from cakes because it's just it's hard work now for me. It's hard work. When I first started out, people said, oh, everybody does cakes. But in my head, I told myself, and I kept telling myself, not like mine's, not like mine's.
Amen.
So don't look at, oh, I want to do this, but everybody's doing it. It doesn't matter. You know, there's a time for everything. Like I said, I've done 20 years now. It's time for me to move out the way, someone else to come in. Yeah. There's a lady I taught to bake and to decorate. Her cakes surpass mine. You think mines are nice. Wow. Her cakes are picture perfect. They're beautiful. You know, people come to, oh, can you do this wedding cake? No, she'll do it for you. Because her cakes are beautiful. So don't think the market is saturated with what you want to do. Yeah, it keeps moving. God is infinite. Yeah, it keeps moving. Yeah, so anything you want to do, don't write yourself off. Just give it a go. Try. You might last a year. You might last 5 years. You might last 25 years. Everything's for a time, not forever. And then when that purpose is, when you've had enough of that, or you're tired of it, you move on to your next purpose. Because God has given us lots of treasures. Shall we finish on the parrot? Did you want to?
I just want to say one more thing, and I was going to say
about the servants with the coins, the master.
Oh yeah. So before that, I just want to say one thing. When we say like find your purpose, help him, just say you are in a job. It doesn't matter what job it is, and you're happy there. And you think, do you know what? This might not be my fulfilling job or my purpose-driven job, but I like it, and I don't want to live a life like the people, the hours, whatever. Okay.
If you're happy, yeah.
What else could you be doing then, if you think about it? So I was watching another video earlier on, and the guy was saying, like, sometimes people will be doing their 9 to 5, they've got their family, they've got their husband, everything's, you know, great in their lives. And they might just find, you know, time, like I said, going to a voluntary centre and just helping, or even you just buy extra tins of food. And every week you leave at a food bank, and that could be sort of like a purpose in your life that you're doing, helping others, if that makes sense. So don't ever sit there and think like, oh, you know, I've got to change career, I've got to change. It could be just something that you're adding on to what you're doing already to find that purpose. And I, like the guy was even saying, this is on the YouTube video I was watching, there's always a purpose in helping thy neighbour. There's always, like you just saying, like there's like you just, you know, about helping that lady. Yeah. Always helping thy neighbour. So yeah, so like Faye said, do your homework, think about it.
Make a list.
Yeah, make a list.
Make a list of what makes you happy.
Absolutely. Yeah. And if you want to share, please share. And so you were saying about the talents of the servants.
Yeah. Why did I want to bring that up?
Yeah. Because okay, yeah. So the master, and was it 3 servants in the Bible, and he went away, and before he went away, he gave his servants each a talent, and he said, like, you know, I'm going away and I'm coming back, and he will collect.
I know why I brought it up.
Yeah. So go on.
I'm going to let Shirley finish that parable, but the reason why I brought that up is because God gives us talents. He gives us a purpose, and we're to use that. So let's not go to they say the richest place on earth is the graveyard, because we die with our gifts, we die with our purpose, our talents. So let's not be that person.
Yeah. So it talks about the talent. So basically he went away and came back and asked his servants what he did with his talents. I'm paraphrasing, by the way. So he and one of them, I think, hid it. One of them said, you know, I hid your talent, you know, to keep it safe for you. And the one that he hid it, he was very upset with him.
The master was very upset.
Upset. So that's like our talents that God has given you, you know, that purpose. What have you done with it? And like Faye said, you know, is it washing cars? Is it baking? Is it looking after children? Is it just talking to people, customer service? There's some talent that you have within you that comes naturally.
Yes.
So like I tend to talk to a lot of people, and they said, you're very good at listening, which I'm like, okay. But then sometimes listen out for what someone has said to you. You're very good, you know, you're very good at creative art. You're very good at what is someone said about you, even from school, and that could be a talent that you've been given. But I think the reason why that parable is so profound to me, because their master was very unhappy. They said, God's going to come and ask, what have you done with the talents I've given you while you're on earth? And this is a time now we're meant to use them, and we're meant to use them by helping people.
Reminds me of another parable. God gives you little before he gives you much, because he wants to see what you can do with the little. So you might have you might have a simple purpose, and God's going to see what you can do with that before he gives you something else, or he extends that purpose. I love caring for people. He might give me my own business, caring for people.
Yeah, that's what he said. That I know my master collects where he doesn't sow. So I was trying to paraphrase what he was saying, because I thought, I would never say that to God. Like, you know, you've given me this talent, God. I've gone out and I've made a business. Sorry. But why are you, coming to collect on that? It wasn't you that done it. And I thought, I would never say that to God, because God created us in his image, and he created us to love us, and obviously to us to worship him, but he also created us to help, you know, other people, and that is talents he's given us, you know, to share. So I thought, when he said that, I was like, okay. But then I guess he was rebuked as well, because obviously he got into trouble. So this is the thing as well, you know, find your purpose.
We all have
write it
purposes.
Down. Yeah. And even if you think, oh my God, I've got so many things I want to do, write them all down. Get them out of your head, because it's, you know, sometimes your head can seem like, you know, there's traffic jam and things are going on. Take them out of your head, write them down on paper, do a vision board as well. You are loved, and you are loved not just by God, but you are loved by family and friends, and the most important, you should love yourself as well. And before I just read you this, it says, when you start taking care of yourself, you start feeling better, you start looking better, and you even start to attract better. Absolutely. It all starts with you.
Absolutely.
So it sounds really like, okay, well, you start taking care of yourself, you start feeling better. But then I always find that you always want to do something. So you feel better, you look better, and then you want to do something really important. Like you find like a buzz, like, okay, I don't know, my house is done, my kids are good, I've lost that weight, I've paid off some of those debts. And you think, what more can I do? There's more to life. What more do I want to do in life? And you start to find these things now, like Faye said, little things in life now that you want to achieve, that you want to do. So get everything written down. Start, you know, mapping it out. Do little spider graphs and thinking, what is it do I want to do? You know, is it achievable? Start doing your goals and, you know, put all your dreams down.
Get it out your head, put it on paper.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
thank you guys. Well, thank you for joining us. Thank you, Faye.
Thank you, Shirley, for having me.
And guys, we love you. We want to just thank you again for the support. Please like and subscribe and share. Please leave your comments down below. And just remember, we all have a purpose. Even if you think, no, I don't. Yes, you do. Absolutely. Even if it's staying home and looking after your family, or you may not have a family, but you like to look after someone else, go and visit that neighbour that might be lonely. That broken person down the road that's got so much going on, go and see that person. Always smile and maybe talk to a stranger. You never know. You just might have made their day. You just might have made their day. So thank you guys for tuning again to the Anderson Show. Take care.
Bye-bye.